is up, guys? We're Radio DJs React. I'm Tyler. This is Mo.
Yo.
On the screen, at least on our screen. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's Oliver Anthony, and he's got a newer song out. I think it's new as a video, but I think it was released a little bit ago before Richmond, north of Richmond, took off.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He shared a screenshot, and I just, it's like those stories of, I was real small once and then I got real big. Mm-hmm. He had a screenshot of his Spotify and how it had monthly listeners 305, and now it's over 4 million. He's just like,
wow.
He's like, I was excited for 300. Now I'm just so excited for 4 million. You know?
I mean, that's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking about it. That's kind of how we felt when we, look at our subscriber count. We're like, holy crap, we got 100 subscribers. That's so cool.
Yeah, we were excited for 100. I mean, same thing with our Instagram just recently kind of went off, and it was the same thing. Like, you were excited about having more followers than what we were following.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, check us out on Instagram, Radio DJs React.
We post like the short clips on there, so you guys, if you don't, not always on YouTube, but more on Instagram, you'll.
But I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Yeah,
we were just talking off camera about
the flack
that some people were giving him, because I felt like this song was
the
pretty much middle of the road.
Richmond, north of Richmond.
Richmond, north of Richmond.
Right.
I felt like it was pretty middle of the road. There wasn't really anything targeting either political side or anything like that. I thought it was just one of those things where everybody can get with it.
Yeah.
But then I did notice that some of my more liberal friends on Facebook were I saw a meme. And one of them was like, have you ever seen the memes with the guy with the beard? Kind of looks like that guy, actually. The guy with the beard, and he's interested in a couple panels, and then he turns around and goes the other way on another panel once he's not interested anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So they used that one, and it was like parts of the song where he was in it, and like when he was talking about the government, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then I guess they felt like he was shaming either fat people or people on welfare.
Right.
And that's where the liberal, my liberal friends were like, he's shaming welfare recipients. What a dick.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't think it was that serious. And they were like, you should have just kept the song against the government and not, bring it back against the people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think it was meant to be that way. I think y'all are just going a little too far with it.
Also, how do you keep
the line? Yes, he did say if you're fat and you have fudge rounds.
5'3", 300 pounds with a box of fudge rounds or something.
But I mean, let's be honest. I'm 6 foot and I'm almost 300 pounds, and I'm considered unhealthy.
Right.
So if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, you're extremely obese.
Yeah. Well,
so
and the other thing too,
do something about that.
The other thing to just kind of like, there's going to be critics of it, but the critics, they have to rationalize in their head, he's making a flow of lyrics. It's poetry. You can't explain poetry. You can't say, hey, this is what I meant, so I'm going to write some more. Like, he's not going to say, obese, milk and welfare, and by that I mean da 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 da. He's keeping a flow of a song, so you could take it out of context if you want, but I think that's a choice to take it out of context.
And then they were saying something about, and then this one was really, because as a black person, I don't get me wrong, there are some cases where I do feel like some things can be racist or whatever.
Right.
And they were like, some of the things he's talking about are thinly veiled in the Confederacy, and I'm like, shut the fuck
just
up.
Reach
that is not it. I didn't get that at all. So come on, man, get over yourselves when it comes to that.
The way that song started, for people like me,
that's exactly
people
the line.
like you.
That's the line that they're saying. They're saying that line was him. It was what do they call it? A dog whistle.
Okay.
God, all these.
What the fuck is going on? Dude?
I told you the conservative side. I told y'all that the left wing, the left side, the left wingers, and the liberals were going to get theirs eventually.
Yeah.
And it's that time now.
Yeah.
I do feel like they just create these terms, these words that they can just throw out there.
Yeah.
And if they say that, you're supposed to just be like, oh, I gotta stop. I'm not.
Right.
You're narcissistic. Oh my God.
I think half of the people don't even know what it means.
Don't know what narcissism is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, but they were like, it was a dog whistle when he said people like me and people like you. He was talking to other white men. Shut
the way I took it.
up.
That's so funny because the way I took it was people like me, white.
Yeah.
People like you, black.
Or the way I took it was people like me, everything that encompasses who he is.
Yeah.
And people like you, everything that encompasses who you are, whether
That
it's
too.
race,
That too.
sexuality,
Right.
all of that. That's how I took it.
Right. I
You
mean,
know, so
both are kind of the same, but yes, it's like it's going, hey, I have these issues and you have these issues, I know.
Yeah.
And then he starts going on. I don't know.
it's where that snowflake line.
Yeah.
I started to feel it on this one. Like,
You're
come
like,
on, man. I'm usually on y'all's side now,
but
y'all going too sensitive on this one. Like,
yeah,
this
for
dude was
sure.
not meaning it in that way at all. So
yeah,
chill out.
Absolutely. All right, Oliver Anthony, I Want to Go Home is the song.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
This is a whole different song we're about to listen to.
Well, I think it's important to state, what we've seen since the last video was posted.
Very true.
And to go into this one. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Well, if it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more, and I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home.
All right, so this seems a little bit more religious.
Yeah.
It's kind of cut from the same cloth as the other one. However, he's just like, I want to go to heaven.
Yeah,
like and if
does
it
have
wasn't
a lot
for my
more.
dogs, you know what I mean. Like if it wasn't for my dogs, I'd be strung up.
It sounds like it definitely has some religious undertones, and I think also when he says the new world, I think that was another one that people were trying to point out, like, oh, what does he mean the new world?
Yeah,
which old world does he want to go back to? And I can understand that. I can kind of understand that argument a little bit,
right?
Because that was kind of the same thing I said when we talked about Make America Great Again, right? I'm like, okay, at what point was America great for everyone?
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
So I kind of get people's argument with that, but at the same time, I feel where he's coming from because a lot of things have changed. And when you talk about stuff like that, you're not necessarily breaking it down just to one little box of topics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this new world does kind of suck.
Yeah, well, and to also piggyback off of that, I saw a video that was highly relatable with, if you want to like say point at New World, right? So this guy was breaking down income and housing prices from the 90s. I think it might have been the 90s to the 2000 to 2019, and it was like perfectly fine. Just it was accruing interest on everything. I mean, everything was gaining equity, houses and whatnot, but at the same time, wages were increasing, so it made sense. But the jump from 2019 to where we are, or 2020 to where we are right now, is I'll have to link the video somehow. But like it is a astronomical leap, and the wages have not changed since 2019. Like let's say the average house or average, what is it? Household income is $55,000, right? Well, in 2019, the average house costs $200,000, which is not that big of a deal. But now it's $400,000. Rates are higher, so you're paying more to the bank.
But the wages haven't gone up.
Well, the wages haven't gone up. So,
but see, and I we got to get back to this song here. But I don't see that. I don't think we can blame anybody but employers for that. You know what I mean? Like I've had that conversation with people before, and
that's a longer stretch of conversation.
But again, I don't study it as much as you do. But in my mind, I don't see how we can blame anybody but employers for not paying their employees what they're worth.
There's numerous things that go into how employers pay their employees. Is it always fair? No, I will admit that. And say that there's factual evidence that it's not always fair, and there are a lot of people that are underpaid. However, I think the way that economics work on the back end is super important to understand before you go, hey. Yeah. But, all right, let's get back to this. But yeah, I like his voice. His tone is just perfect.
Oh yeah, his voice is always.
It's old
I say
school
always because we've only heard one song.
But like he's got that old school like Hank Williams kind of like hear his pain, like I'm so lonesome I could cry. You're just like, yeah, dude, sing it.
Sure, I'm just down on my knees, begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way. Cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay.
Amen.
People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home.
Sticking with the same theme, I like it. And I think it's important to know that he wrote this before Richmond or north of Richmond got big. So this isn't something where he's like riding a wave.
Okay. So
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I looked on Spotify. He released this, I think, a couple months ago.
And then he just redid it.
He did
after
the video,
this one.
the live video or what have you.
Now 4 generations farming the ground. Grandson sells it to a man out of town. And 2 weeks later, the trees go down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so.
I think, okay, so we originally heard it and kind of associated home with heaven.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that he means heaven.
What do you think?
I think he means how I want to go home to how it used to be, how things were for me before. I think that's what he means by I want to go home. Now, just listening to more of the lyrics, especially that part where he's talking about, the
4 generations,
the farm, and then the grandson just like sells it and they're building stuff over it.
Right.
I think home is the good old days for him.
Right.
Whatever good old days for.
That's up for interpretation. That's not a black and white thing. And then I'm not meaning that color wise. I'm saying, there's gray area.
There's gray. Yeah. I definitely, I feel like that's kind of the meaning behind it. But it also sounds like he's singing again about mental health again. As well. I mean, because he mentioned in that first verse, about
stringing himself up if it wasn't for his dogs.
No, he said that he'd be strung up in an insane, in like a loony bin type of place.
Okay.
Was what he said.
I can never recall lyrics that well. You're so good at it.
And now he's, he just mentioned again, feeling a certain way, and I think that's a taboo subject that men don't get to talk about their feelings that often. So I think a part of this is about mental health, and a part of it is wanting to have that nostalgic feel of the way things that used to be. Because I mean, if I'm going to be honest, like let's say I was thinking like along those terms, if I had to pick a time where I would consider home in that sense, I would go with the 90s because I loved everything about. I think
a lot of people.
In the 90s
I think that's like a unanimous decade that people go back to.
Yeah. So I don't know, and I could be wrong. Like you said, it's up for interpretation. But it sounds, listening to everything else he's said, it sounds like that's what he means by home versus heaven.
Yeah, because you think of like the 90s. 90s was you had growth. I mean, because we had a recession in the 80s, right? And we came out of that and we had growth, and we weren't in a war. Maybe we had like
I'm not even talking about any of that.
But like, I'm just thinking of just turmoil period going on in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm sure there was little things.
I mean, I'm sure there was.
Hell, school shootings didn't even start until the 99 in Columbine. Oh
shit, yeah.
They kind of rhyme.
There's probably. Look at you. Are you trying to get a record deal right now?
Yeah.
You trying to leave me?
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you though on the 90s. All right, let's finish this out. I like the song so far. He's got the other thing that I've noticed too, he's It feels like he's using like 30% of his voice because he goes on those little high notes. I'm like, come on, go more. Like I want him to do like some Stapleton shit because I feel like, I don't know, because I haven't heard any song of him doing that. I feel like he can like really
but he's
go
keeping
up.
it kind of like in a safe range.
Yeah.
I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. People have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TV say. I wanna go home. If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
Cool. I like the. Oh, what is this? For what it shall profit a man, he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul.
I'm assuming that came from the Bible.
Maybe so.
I've never read it like that.
Apparently, allegedly, and I sent you that link. Oliver Anthony's making $40,000 a month now.
That's pretty awesome.
That's so cool, man. Like,
yeah, it is.
Just like a month ago, this dude was unknown. Probably, I don't know what his monetary situation is, but I'm assuming he wasn't making $40,000 a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine what. I just hope, because he's so wholesome with his approach, and the videos. And I just hope it doesn't change.
I was just thinking, I hope it stays this way. I hope it doesn't come out that he's like this terrible human being or something. Because that would just suck so bad. Because you got a guy that's, for the most part, besides like those, weirdo people I was talking about at the beginning of the video.
Got a bitch about something?
Besides that fact, he's
so
putting out a message that almost everyone can relate to.
There was a whole TikTok thing. I don't know. Did you see that? There was a whole TikTok. It was like 3 minutes long.
Of a bunch of reactors.
Yeah, and they were all majority black. Right?
Yeah, there were a lot
just sitting there, just like, yes, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, bunch of reactors. I ain't gonna lie, I was secretly hoping we were gonna pop up on there.
Yeah, what the fuck,
dude? Whoever made that video, man, damn, throw your boys a bone, man.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I saw that and I was like, damn, that's really cool because it seemed as though everyone, man, woman, white, black, whatever it was, they all were having the same reaction to that song.
I mean,
and so I think that's really cool. I just hope I just hope it stays that way.
I'm telling you, man, like there is that. We talked about this, and I know we both have different opinions of Tom MacDonald, but he's been that guy that has talked about what he believes in, and there's not many that have followed suit with that. Oliver does this in a tasteful way, much more tasteful than Tom, in my opinion, on a lot of his political stuff. Makes it more relatable, at least. And it just goes crazy. I think people nowadays are craving vulnerability, and they're craving relatability.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And validation for how they feel.
Yes. I mean, so I just think that's why of course, he's a great singer. The song was well put together, but at the same time, is that meaning of that song. Like when you listen to it, you feel his pain, you hear his pain, but you also relate to it so much and feel your own pain. Yeah. And this song, now I think that I Want to Go Home is like, I want to go back home to my childhood home. Where it was easier. Or something like that.
I didn't have to pay no damn bills.
Yeah, that was cool. Because he did mention the bills. There's always a damn bill that has to be paid.
Dude, I got paid the other day and immediately just started paying a bunch of shit. And I was like, I hate this. I hate it so much. What? It's like, pay that. All right. Yeah, pay that. All right. Yeah,
it is satisfying, though, to just be like, boom, 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 because you have to sit there and you have to check yourself and be like, you know what? I'm blessed to have this opportunity.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I do think that after. Yeah. In the moment, I'm like, F this.
Yeah.
But afterwards, I'm like, okay, hey, at least I had it to be able to do that. So now, if I'm eating ramen noodles, it's not because I, am completely broke.
Yeah.
It's because I took care of making
Yeah.
sure I have a roof over my head and my lights are on and my water's running. And now I got to eat ramen noodles, but at least I can eat them while I'm playing on my Xbox and watching Netflix.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. All right, what are we rating this one? 1 out of 10?
Man.
Richmond, north of Richmond, we gave an 8. There were some people in the comments saying it's a 10. I'm like,
And we always get these. We see you guys when you say, "What does it take to get a 10?" Right?
Well, we've never given a 10.
We've never given a 10. You guys, we're just being critical and being honest. And I'll speak for myself. I'm going to have to absolutely be blown away by something to give my first 10. Yeah. And that's just going to be what it is.
That's just what it is. We're not very easy to give a 10 on something.
Yeah.
I mean, because once you give a 10 and something comes out better,
then where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there? You can't.
You're going to end up like, for my wrestling fans, y'all will get this. You're going to end up like Dave Meltzer and giving 10.5s and 10.7s when your scale is supposed to go to 10, like Dave does with his 5-star scale, and then gives 6-star matches to the flippy-do, trampoline guys.
Yeah. I'm going to go 7.5 on this one. I think it was good. It's not as good as Richmond, north of Richmond.
I didn't think
however, I still appreciate the emotional tone. It's up for interpretation on what I want to go home is. Mm-hmm. I think he's still a good storyteller in this song. It's cut from the same cloth, so I can't say that it's like, not anywhere close to Richmond, north of Richmond. I think Richmond, north of Richmond was a little bit more catchier, but at the same time, that's being critical. I still like the song.
I'm going to have to correct you there. More catchier is...
Oh, did I say that?
God damn.
More catchier. More catchier.
No, but I'm just messing with you. I'm a grammar Nazi sometimes.
It's annoying as shit.
It is annoying sometimes.
But actually,
I know, people
subconsciously sometimes you say stupid shit, and it's good to have someone like that in your corner.
I had a friend like that before. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have. We're still communicating on Facebook and stuff, but like sometimes when I put those posts out there like, hey, this is wrong. Yeah. This is how this is supposed to be said. He would actually hit me up and be like, hey, bro, thanks for posting that. Like, I know probably you're joking in a way, but you're also serious, and some people find it funny. Some people think you're being annoying. He was like, but for me, someone who hasn't, I didn't pay attention enough when I was going through English class and stuff like that. Like some of those little simple ones go over my head, and I don't know what's right and wrong. So sometimes those little things you throw out there actually teaches me something.
It's more catchier.
Like, damn, dude. I was like, that's awesome, man. I appreciate you saying that. You're a dick. 7.8 for me. I think I'm going to go 7.8.
Right, yeah.
Like you said, I didn't find it to be as good as Richmond, north of Richmond.
But that was a damn good one.
And it just came out of nowhere. And the way we give our ratings, we do it on the first time hearing the song because we want it to be a very genuine reaction and a genuine rating for how that song made us feel on that particular day when we heard it for that first time. And I just think that song definitely did a lot more for me than this one does. Yeah. Not saying that this one is bad. And that's what I think. Sometimes when we give these ratings, I think you guys hear what we say as far as the numbers, and then don't take into consideration why we give them the numbers we give them. But the song is not bad at all. This is a very good song. I relate to it. I relate to him as a whole. Yeah, I just felt like the other one was better.
Yeah, I feel like Oliver is the type of guy you would have a beer with and just hang out with.
Yeah,
he'd go to the pea patch.
Oh, I'd love if he came to the Pea Patch. That'd be so freaking cool. All right, guys. Yeah. Radio DJs React. Make sure you like, subscribe. Give us your opinions in the comments section. We do appreciate them all the time, whether it's with us or against us or with one of us or against one of us, whatever the case may be. Let us know what you think this song was rated. Let us know what you think home is, because we originally thought it was like heaven, but then I had a way of thinking about it, and he had a way. So let us know what you guys think he means by I want to go home. Also check us out on socials. We've got Radio DJs React on Instagram. X. I don't Twitter X. It's called X now, right?
Whatever. Yeah.
Radio DJs React there. So check us out on all the other social platforms.
Which I don't think he was thinking about that, because when you send a video from X now, it says X video.
Really? X video gets a lot of my times. I'm not gonna lie. X videos, that is my jam.
I knew it was coming. Thanks for watching, guys.